Can we really see Neymar Jr. here at Barcelona? What do you guys think? Let me know down in the comments. Hit the like button, subscribe, and let me know if Neymar Jr. is still a good fit for Barcelona. I don't think so, but I'm going to tell you at the end of this video exactly why I think Neymar will come back to Barcelona in 2026. But first, let me show you what am I talking about. Oh my goodness, Barcelona fans and Barcelona accounts and Barcelona everything. We love talking about potential signings. We love talking about transfers. No other fan base loves talking about potential signings like we love talking about this kind of stuff, don't we? It feels like we're always talking about Isaac. We're always talking about Jokeres, Musialas of the world, Nico. You know what I mean, basically. So, but this is a little different. I do think that there's a good source. Mundo Deportivo has reported it. AS has reported it. There's a lot of reports that are coming out. Same reports that were reporting that Neymar Jr. was leaving Al Hilal for Santos, and it came out 2 weeks before it was official. So some of these sources are pretty valid. Some of these sources are pretty accurate. But I guess what they're talking about is Neymar wants to let it be known that once he's fit, once he's back in action, once he's back 100%, he wants to let it be known that he wants to come back to Barcelona. The real question is this really going to happen? Is this really out of thin air, or is this really just wishful thinking, or is Neymar going crazy? I do think there's a lot of sides to this story. I do think there's a lot of potential things that can really, really move the needle one way or another. In my opinion, I am going to tell you that one, some of the pros, and I'm going to tell you some of the cons. But I think some of the pros for Neymar Jr. coming back to Barcelona is that he is still a world-class player when he's fit, when he's hitting the gym, when he's doing his workouts, when he's doing and he's buying in 100% to what he wants to do. Apparently, his main goal is to be fit, to go back to Santos for 6 months, get fit, get going. He hasn't been able. He played like 2 games for Al Hilal in the past 2 years, so that is insane. And the amount of money that he made, and I guess with all that money, what he's gonna want to do is basically play for Barcelona as a discount, and I'm gonna get into that in just a little bit. Another thing that I want to say about as far as the pros for bringing Neymar is basically his huge commercial value, like a lot of sales, a lot of tickets. Can you imagine putting Neymar right next to Lamine Yamal and the amount of revenue and the amount of short t-shirt sales that this could generate for Barcelona? So if you put him in, if you think about that. That alone, is it a business move? Is it a good move team wise? No. Is it a good move commercial wise, business wise? Yes, definitely. The amount of things that would come out of this would be insane. His creativity, his attacks, those are some of the things that Messi has really shown that you don't really need the speed, you don't really need to be super fit, to be super fast, to be able to dribble one on one or pass or hitting someone in stride or do something like that. But Neymar is one of the best players ability wise. The problem is, can he stay on the field? That's the major problem, and that brings me to some of my cons. And I put in here is injury prone, guys. He's very, very injury prone. Like I said, he's only played 2 games and didn't even, I think he played like one full game for Al Hilal. Can't even imagine the amount of money that he basically stole from Saudi Arabia. He is probably a high salary demands are going to be one of his cons as far as coming back to Barcelona. How much money does he want? What is he asking? If he is offering to Barcelona, I don't imagine him asking for so much. It's more like the other way around. I do think that another con will be disruption for the team chemistry, as far as what Hansi Flick is gonna have to decide if he wants to bring a player like this back on the team. Another problem is, does he want to play as a backup role? Does he want to play 30 minutes? Does he want to play 20 minutes for Barcelona? I imagine if he wants to be fit, if he wants to be ready for the World Cup, he's going to want to be in a project where he's a major role, where he's playing basically a lot of the games and he's basically on the starting 11. And that's kind of what I see going on with Neymar, is that his name, his tag is way too big for people who want to play that, pay for a ticket to come and see him. They're going to want to see him on the field, right? So that's going to be another issue, just kind of right off the bat, thinking, is he really going to be there? Is he really going to try to comply with Hansi Flick? That is something to be said, right? But this is basically what I think, why I think that this is going to happen. And the only reason why I said this is possible and why I think he's coming is because I think he's gonna come for the minimum. He's basically gonna be his wish. Even he said it himself that his dream is to come back to Barcelona. And when you do that, and when you say that, and you put it out there, you're basically saying that you would do whatever it costs, and you will do whatever you need to do to make it happen. And I do think that he's going to take a pay cut. He's going to say, I'm willing to play for whatever time you give me. I just want to go back to Barcelona and, say that back in Europe playing in the toughest leagues in the world and be ready for the World Cup in 2026. I do think that a move to United States like Leo Messi, or maybe linking up with Messi, would have been a much better option for him, because he would have been, in United States where the World Cup is going to take place, and he could get back into form. And I do think the MLS is a good league for a player like Neymar. It's a league that is kind of lacking the type of players with skills that Neymar possesses, and that's the kind of thing that I would have done if I would have been Neymar's agent. I would be on his ear telling him, even instead of going to Santos, just go back, go to the MLS, go play with Messi. One of the things that can really get lost into this is Neymar a leader? Because if he was a leader, I don't think he's a leader, because if he was a leader, I would say 100% on board. You can teach Lamine Jamal a lot of things. You can lead him, teach him the ropes and all that. But I don't even see him as that. But what do you guys think? Am I reaching here? I do think, and I see it possible. I see it coming. It's gonna take, Neymar just basically complying to whatever Barcelona wants to do. Business wise, it's a good move, but not team wise. I do think Barcelona may be willing to pull that trigger, make some money out of the deal, see, kick the tires. But hey, maybe I'm just crazy. Maybe I'm just a Barcelona fan trying to see Neymar back on the team. That's it for now, and as always, Visca el Barça.